Electronic apps provide a convenient way to pay and send money electronically. Specifically, we'll explore the lack of security in the Venmo payment app. Hello everyone, this is Rick with Cybernetics. Venmo is a widely used peer-to-peer mobile payment app. Today we'll show you how Venmo app is sorely lacking on the security front. It requires a cell phone linked to the account and is the sole method for second-factor authentication. Lose your phone and lose your account. The video is broken up into 5 parts. All parts are time-coded so you can skip around as desired. One of the most important things you need to consider is how to get money out of Venmo and into Venmo. Now, you can receive payments from friends and associates. Once the money's in there, you don't want to leave it in. So we'll walk through a couple ways how you can get the money out easily. Make all payments inside of Venmo with a credit card for protection, even though you have to pay a 3% fee. When you transfer money in or out of Venmo, make sure it's a transitory account that is only used for the purposes of getting money in or out of Venmo. Never link a main bank account to the Venmo application. We come up here to transfer money, and you have an instant transfer and a 1 to 3 business transfer. If you click on the instant transfer, you can select a bank or a debit card. Now there's a problem when you select banks because you have to be verified. So when you click the bank and it says next instant bank verification, what you need to realize is you're going to give your bank credentials to a third party so Venmo can verify your bank account. Not really a smart security thing to do. A lot of people do it. I don't recommend it. The other way to do this is to verify your bank manually instead. Problem with verify bank manually is, once again, you have to give them your routing number and your account number and send it to Venmo. It's going to take about 3 days to verify. So in the meantime, you've got this ill-defined state of your bank account being associated with an account on Venmo, which is not really secure. I recommend that you pay the service fee, the 1.75%. Click on the debit card, put in your card information. Now that we've added the card, we can select the amount that we want to put in there. We'll just say $50, and you're going to pay 87 cents. Small price to pay for your security. They transfer the money. And they said the money was transferred. So instant transfer, $50. The really nice thing about this that I like, you can immediately go in here to your payment methods, select your payment method. Once we've selected payment methods, we can immediately remove it. Now that's the beauty and the security of this, is by paying the fee, you could instantly add your debit card, you could instantly remove the debit card, and you have no exposure of any bank account associated with Venmo. And say remove the card. Now you don't have the card, you don't have any exposure. Next, we'll go into the account settings and go through a couple security practices that we need to implement for Venmo. Go to the gear icon on your account. Under your account here, PIN, code, and biometric. And recommend that you turn both of these on. That way, if your phone got into someone else's hands, they would have to have the PIN or the biometric code to get into your account. Next, we'll talk about privacy. By default, when you set up the account, all of your transactions on Venmo are going to be made public. Who you paid, how much you paid. Recommend you come in here and set this to private to protect your privacy and prevent hackers from using that information and somehow social engineering access into your accounts. Next, we'll go into notifications. You want to make sure that you have push notifications on, especially for money received, money sent, requested, and purchases. The rest of this you can decide for yourself whether it's something you really want to be notified about. Underneath text notifications, again, any money received or money sent, would recommend those be turned on. And email notifications again, but down here on activity, you may not want to receive those notifications. Under Friends and Social, this will be clicked on. As your phone contacts join Venmo, you'll automatically become Venmo friends. So you have to decide for yourself whether that's something you want on the account. Click into the account part itself. Under the profile, you'll have your name, username, and your email address. You want to double check to make sure everything here is correct. Under the phone number, if you get a new phone and you still have access to this phone, you can enter the new phone number and it will text you a message so you can recertify a new phone to the account. So before we leave settings, there's a security section where you can change your password. There's a critical part here, remember devices. So I was mentioning earlier, if you lose your phone, a trusted device that you have previously logged in and said to trust it could be used to recover your account. So on the left over here, I have an account that I've logged in on the Windows machine. And if you click on remembered devices here, you will see the remembered account. Next, we'll go over to the web and log in. And because this was a trusted device, we did not have to enter an access code. If we go into settings and scroll down here to security, we can select forget this device. So now we'll log out, come back in. And because it's not a trusted device, we have to send a code. So we come over here to the device linked to the account, go into the messages, and this is extremely important. Of course, never share your code or text. If someone asks for the code, it's a scam. Always, any type of phone verification, if someone calls you and wants the code that was sent to your phone, never, ever give that to a person. If you lose the phone, you won't be getting the codes and you won't be getting access to your account. We enter the code here, confirm the code, and then you get the option of do you want to remember the device. So that's the verification process to get into your account through the text messaging. A really poor method for second factor authentication, but it's what Venmo has chosen to use. Things to keep in mind about Venmo and the reasons I don't believe it's safe is number one, it's not FDIC insured. Therefore, if it goes out of business or it loses your money for whatever reason or you get scammed, you are not protected in any way. There is no strong second factor authentication. There's only SMS messaging, one of the worst methods for second factor authentication. There's a link to second factor authentication above if you want to get more details on the different methods. The account requires a linked cell phone. One of the best ways for a hacker to get into your accounts is through a cell phone, either through SIM swapping, intercepting a text message, or emulating your phone on the cell network. Privacy by default, all transactions are public. Why they would make transactions public for everyone to see? It's to their benefit, not yours. And finally, the PIN access for accessing your device is only 4 digits. So what kind of grade would we give Venmo overall for security? I think a generous F- is in order. And what are our suggestions for Venmo? Remove money immediately. We demoed how to take the money in and out of the account through a debit card. You pay a small 1.75% fee. Think it's well worth it rather than linking your account for any length of time to the Venmo account. Plan on what you're going to do if you lose your phone. If you lose your phone and you don't have a trusted device, it's going to be difficult to get back into your account. But if you don't leave a lot of money in the account, it may not be a big concern. Of course, set the transaction history to private. Enable the biometrics and PIN for your phone. And finally, create a strong password with a password manager such as Bitwarden. That's a wrap on how to secure your Venmo account. Would you please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel? This supports our efforts in helping others with technology. Post any questions or comments below and have a great and wonderful automation day.